Hey guys, it's Millie, and today I'm going to be starting a series on my channel all about latex allergies. I'm a Girl Scout of 12 years, and for my Gold Award project I wanted to bring light onto a subject that has really changed my life. So if you don't know, I'm actually allergic to latex, and I've known about my allergy for about a year and a half now, so I've learned quite a bit about latex allergies over that time. But there's not really any representation of anyone in the media with latex allergies, and there's not really a lot of knowledge or education on it either. So when I have a reaction or I have a question about something being allergic to latex, it can take me a while to figure out the information because the information I'm looking for is not readily available. Even on the internet with all the sites we have, a lot of the latex allergy sites just repeat things and maybe add one or two little bits on their website, so it's really hard to find new and useful information when you have a latex allergy. So with my project, I kind of wanted to bring light onto an allergy that doesn't get a lot of education or representation. And if you want to learn more about latex allergies, you can actually click a link in the description box below to visit my website, Living Latex Free. By visiting my website, you can learn more about why I chose this topic for my Gold Award project, what it's like to live with latex allergies, how to stay safe, and just anything latex allergy related. You can also get in contact with me if you have any comments or questions, or if you're allergic to latex yourself and want to share your story with me, with the email in the description box below, livinglatexfree@gmail.com. Anyways, we're just going to get into how I found I'm allergic to latex and how I live with it. So I found I'm allergic to latex by using orthodontic bands for my braces. About 2 years into having braces, I really started using bands regularly. And at first, it just affected the corners of my lips, but it didn't even occur to me that it was the bands. I was just like, oh, my corners of my lips are a little irritated. I've just had braces so long that my mouth is just starting to be over it. So I just brushed it off and treated it as normal, and it wasn't too bad. It didn't hurt that bad. I just had to use a little extra chapstick on the corners of my mouth than I usually would. Then they took me off the bands. It cleared up. I didn't even think about that. And a few months later, they put me back on the bands because I wanted to correct my jaw a little bit more. And as soon as they did, I flared up with a huge reaction. My reaction went on for a month before anyone told me something might be wrong. And during that month, my lips were so swollen. My gums were swollen and raw. I could barely brush my teeth. It hurt so bad. My lips would crush shut when I would sleep because there was no moisture in my lips. It was so dry that the only moisture I could get was from chapstick. So I'd use chapstick every 30 seconds because otherwise my lips would start to burn and crust a lot. So chapstick was my best friend during this time. When I would wake up, I would actually have to take my fingernail and do this to my lips to peel them apart because they would be crusted shut. And this, like I said, went on for a whole month until I went back to the orthodontist and the nurse noticed that something was wrong. She asked me what was wrong with my gums, if that was normal for me, if I was sick because my breath had a little bit of a smell like you do when you're sick. And I told her I felt fine, that I didn't know, my lips were just a little sore, but that I just assumed it was fine. She then mentioned that I may be having an allergic reaction to the latex bands that my orthodontist had just put in my mouth. So I went back home, talked to my parents, and we came back, and my orthodontist actually took everything off my braces. The only thing that remained was the brackets and then the wire. Nothing else remained. They took everything out. He wanted to leave it on my mouth for a month to see what happened, and it took about the full month for my lips to really go back to normal. So it was about a month and a half, 2 month long reaction for my lips to fully heal. Once it had fully healed, I went back, they put everything back on besides the latex, and everything was normal until I actually blew up a balloon about a week later, and I had another reaction which lasted about 2 to 3 weeks. So that blowing up that balloon definitely confirmed to me that I'm 100% allergic to latex, and I will never make that mistake again. You only have to make that mistake once. So that's how I found out I'm allergic to latex. If you're having similar symptoms, you should really talk to your doctor or your orthodontist if you have any concerns about that, because you could be developing an allergy to something, and it may not be latex. It could be something else. It could be a food. It could just be something you come in contact with a lot, or it could be something that you never come in contact with that you just happen to. And you can also develop allergies at any point. So while you may have never had a reaction to latex, all it takes is one contact for you to develop that allergy. Your body just has to identify it as a foreign object and then create the antibodies that will always attack it every time you touch it. So while you may not be allergic to latex now, you could develop that allergy at any point. So you always want to be listening to your body, and if something is going on, you want to definitely go talk to your doctor about that. After I found out I was allergic to latex, they switched me to latex-free bands, which don't work as well. Latex-free products do not work as well as latex products, but it did work, and it was definitely a better option because I did not have another reaction with latex bands again. So now I'm going to get into more of how I live with it. At first it was kind of scary. It was like, whoa, everything has latex in it, which yeah, a lot of things do, but really I just kind of made my room, there's no latex in here really. Like every once in a while I'll find like an old rubber band and I'm like, where did this come from? But other than that, you know, you just create your environment to be latex free, and then you get used to latex free alternatives. A lot of times people ask me to have latex in it, and really anything can have latex in it. Ponytails have latex in it, so I just don't put them on my wrist, I just keep them in my purse, or if I'm wearing a lanyard, sometimes I'll tie it around the lanyard. You just have to make sure that anything you're using is latex free. There's almost always a latex free alternative. You just have to look for it. On a package, it'll either have like a cross, like a circle with an X through it, that says latex, so it's like latex free, or it'll have a sign that says not made with natural latex. So really that's what I look for, and that's how I live with it. I just look on every package that I'm buying. If I'm buying band-aids, I look for it. If I'm buying gloves, I look for that. If I'm buying really anything, I just look to make sure it says not made with natural rubber latex. And nowadays there's way more alternatives than there were even 10 years ago. More people are coming up with amazing ways to make latex-based products latex free for people who can't touch latex. If I do come in contact with latex, I'll usually have like a wipey in my bag, so I can just wipe it off my skin real quick and stop the reaction. If it touches my lip, I just rush to the bathroom and wash it off and just hope that nothing happens, which I have had that happen before, and then gotten it off quickly enough to stop the reaction or prevent it from happening. So you just kind of have to get it off your skin as quick as possible before anything can happen. But sometimes you do have a reaction, and in that event there's really not many treatment options, which I'll get to in a later video, but you just have to learn to adapt and find your own solutions. I use a lot of chapstick, mouthwash, anything really soothing, because there'd be it would be really sore and burning and itching, so you just gotta find your treatment options that you like. You can also talk to your doctor may have some options for you, but there's really no really good options out there. If you're allergic to latex, definitely let me know in the comments below, and check out my website and let me know if you have any helpful information to add on to there. Don't forget to subscribe to see the upcoming latex allergy series videos. I'm really excited to continue sharing my story with my latex allergy journey with you, and I hope that you enjoy it. See you in the next one. Bye!